Alright, we're back at John's. Microphone, the lavalier mic's not working, so I'm going to just use the mod. That works pretty good, as long as I'm not bending over like I just did, because then you can't hear me at all. So, pop these open. I'm not going to do a ton here. This one I can harvest a super on, but I'm going to wait to harvest them and when I start feeding. So what I don't want to do is risk taking their food, the dirt hitting, and then me not getting here quickly enough and knocking the piss out of them. So, yeah, spider, get over here. So today is just a quick check to make sure all is well. And then get out here. So, and then next week, like I said, or not next week, in 2 weeks. It's supposed to be hot as hell. It's rained the last week, basically. So it'll be interesting to see what they need. Looking at the front of the house is kind of interesting. This hive and the other hive that are propolis, the damn thing completely shut. You jerks. I can see, the camera can see this. This is wild. They filled every damn hole of the freaking small hive beetle trap. Jerks. I got another one here somewhere. I'll give them that. We don't want it, jerk. Get my bringing the rest. Actually, you know what? I'm probably not going to need it here yet. So this is the honey super that is just absolutely packed. So we're just going to get off of it and get into the next frame. Maybe. Jesus. These gals are propolis machines. Whatever's sap is nearby, they're just shouldn't be breathing this heavy just to. Oh shit, I just slid everything. Oof. Let's fix that before we get too far down. There we go. Whew. I'm gonna fix these stands before winter. I'm gonna put more blocks. Yeah, propolis, a lot of it. I'm having trouble separating these last time. Sure don't. Man, that's part of it is just this box is 60 pounds because it's an absolute full honey super. I mean, they're drawing these out a little bit. Let me pull one towards the middle and see if I actually put anything in them. Give me an idea if there's any flow on. I mean, yeah, it's not empty. They're doing something. So we'll see if a ton of rain, hot, ton of rain, no, crazy hot this week. We'll see what that results in honey-wise. Oh, man, again, just propolis machines. Smoke these gals. They were a little hot last time. I found a smoke. Here I'm just gonna, do I have bees? Or do I have larvae rather? Bees. If so, we're done. Because there's no point in doing anything else at this point. Get to those where it's stuck. So I don't pop it, but this has so much propolis. I mean, I've only been doing this 4 years, but I've never seen propolis like this. I mean, this is like taffy. There's so much of it. I've never seen that. Again, it may be common for some folks, but I've never seen it like that. I mean, here's my frame rest from last time, and it's just sticky from propolis because it slid inside those frames. So there. I see brood galore. I see some drone brood up here. So again, we'll just pop a frame here, slide over towards the middle, pop a frame there, get out of here. I mean, these gals are not resource short for sure. I probably could have harvested that because they've got plenty. The next frame has resources. Unfortunately, the next frame also looks like it has some wonky green cell or something on the bottom. Hopefully it's just drones. Surely I'm not gonna get a swarm this late. Okay, just drones. It's just the way it was hanging. I'm still not, yeah, surely. There's one ward there that's hanging weird. I'll double check it, but yeah, I mean, brood out to the last frame on the box. Just trying to see if I see larvae backfilled. I mean, the fact they're still making drones, though, that's kind of wild. There's a queen cup. Let's see. That larva hasn't been capped yet. That's honey. There it is. Let's check a couple more. I mean, again, they got a ton of brood, but is it the back filling? Is it stuck to the bottom? Yes. I think I see larvae in there. Is that honey? No, I think it's just honey. Let me get here to the side. Yeah, I think that's just maybe back to the honey. Oh, there's some larvae of various sizes and shapes. Several queen cups here and there, which is not a big deal. Spotty brood pattern next, but that's just probably because it's a recent pop. Let's go there just to see if that one's got maybe eggs and larvae, more eggs and larvae in it, and then we'll get out of here because I can hear them ramping up a little bit. All right, they're back filling with pollen there. Which, full brood pattern the next, well, obviously spotty in the center, but yeah, see larvae. It's kind of weird, a lot of pollen is glistening. It's bee bread, obviously, now. So, I mean, I see some larvae, not a ton, but also I'm not going to go any further because I'll do maybe more in-depth when I pull a honey box next week. And but these, I mean, solid resources here, and good brood. I mean, I can see brood on probably more than half the frames. So bottom box is probably resources right now, and it's okay. Set this over here because I don't need it now anyway. All right, so let's just get these sticky, icky girls back together and be done. I just can't believe how propolis these girls are. It's crazy. Wondering. I tried, well, I gotta pull it next time, but I'll probably pull both next time. Do I want to bottom super this? I tried bottom super and it didn't really do much. So I may try to throw this back on top. Well, screw it, just put it here. It's not, you're not gonna get much this time of year anyway, one way, shape, or form, so don't overthink it. Put it back the way it was. Getting this thing's full, honey. It weighs at least 60 pounds. So I brought this little step stool to set stuff on somewhere that I have to bend over as far, but didn't think about the fact that then when things stick together, it might fall. So that's a failed experiment. Son of a bitch. That's every bit of 60 pounds. Motherfucker, I almost did it again. I've got to fix this hive. Can't risk knocking the whole damn hive off. I can adjust it instead. It's just kind of teetering on the edge of the blocks because they're not wide enough. The rigid setup is not going to work as a permanent setup. It's just going to fall. Let's see if I can pick this whole damn thing up. Right back underneath it. Just sitting on way too much of a precipice. It's wild. There's almost no bees at the front door while I was standing in front of it. I mean, they're on the top. Pissed that I'm there, probably. Alright. That's good enough. Alright, stand didn't work. Just mainly because it's propolis. Just two. They're just up here fanning like crazy. Alright. Got quiet because they aren't there. Do that, I'll drop them or crush them. So still did a little bit. Hate that crunching sound. Alright, so that was fun. What do I do with this? There it is. Okay. Alright, let's flip this around. I'm pouring sweat. I took my hat off thinking I won't need it now with the microphone on. But now it's just letting sweat pour into my eyes. We're still going. Right. Shift this over here. Man, I cannot see. Sweat in your eyes when you're wearing contacts means usually your contacts float. There we go. Alright, not going to do the stand because it was a bad idea because of the weebles and wobbles. We'll name a smoker. Small hobby back in there. That's alright, don't worry. I saw none, and honestly, they're not using it, jerks. This hive has a gajillion bees at the front door. Now it's hot. It's so that's gonna be part of it, but it is. I'll smoke them too much. Get a little poof. It's hot. It's starting to get hot after being rainy, so that's part of it. Beef. Last time this one wasn't as propolisy. Yeah, still pretty sticky, icky. Yeah, plenty. It's kind of funny, the hives here are just so much more propolisy. I mean, they've propolised the shit out of the top of this small hive beetle trap, just not the holes. And I'm pouring sweat down my nose. Yeah, I have to wear the hat from now on. Let's see, do I need to... I brought boxes just in case, but I mean, there's no way at this point. That one's monster bulging. They've pulled... There you go. Now I've got sweat all over them. So one, that one's huge. That must have been one of the baits. Two, maybe half. They've pulled just crazy fat. All right, now the bees are hitting me. Hitting my fingers. The smoke to actually go where I want. It's windier than I expected. Okay, and then we'll hop into, again, nothing doing here, really. Nothing to be done. I'm gonna... It's got a decent amount of weight though. I mean, that's probably, yeah, that's probably half full. So right now we're looking at, I don't know, say 15 frames of honey off of here. So 40, 45 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds rather. 30 to 45 pounds, depending on how heavy. Queen up here. Oh, man, I cannot not wear a hat again. I did not realize I was sweating in this thing. So, I mean, this thing's packed with bees. Surprised. Haven't dropped this frame out on the edge at all. This is one where I marked it with an X with my hive tool last time. Had queen cups that were charged and fairly long, 2 of them, but not. But they'd been like that from the previous 2 weeks. So if they're still like that, that's weird. I've never seen that. It's. I mean, they often make queen cups, and they often make super procedure cells, but usually they actually, if they make it that much, I would think, if bother charging it. Just look and make sure the queen's not weird over here. It's doing something weird like being over here. They barely got that one drawn out, so probably not. All right, that's honey. I'm gonna picky boo one over to the one I care about. Slide these others out of the way. Again, famous last words, always jinx myself, but these girls are ridiculously calm. Now, I haven't upset the apple cart yet in terms of dropping something, but they're just not even moving. Just kind of weird. They're literally not moving. I might have to look that up. Alright, now those cells, they're still there, but now they don't look, no, I don't think they're charged now. I wonder if they just emptied them out. They finally said, no, Mama's gonna be fine. I don't know if it's because I didn't smoke as much, whatever, but look at that. They're not moving. I've never had a hive of bees where they just froze. That's wild. Also never, can't fucking see, sweat my, what's going over. That one didn't have much brood in it. It's got a little bit, there's a one inside of emergency cell. Don't really do anything though. There's some new brood, but that's drones. That's drones. Well, now you make them into, oh, there's, okay. Tons of brood there and some relatively older larvae, so. And I see a ton of brood on the next frame. Okay, we'll call it a day there. Again, that's wild. Maybe because they're nurse bees. Like, I don't know, and all the foragers are out. I usually don't inspect this time of day. Normally I get, probably when there's in the evenings, because I have life. And at that time, there's just so many more foragers and angry bees inside the hive. But that's wild. Like, they're literally not moving. It's like I froze them. This will probably unfreeze them. Nope, nothing. Nothing. Oh, well, might help if I put all the frames back in, huh? Yeah, sorry, gals. Back in there if you would. I'm gonna, there's a big fat drone on me. What do you want, buddy? Back down in there. So I need to take my frame out. Incredibly sticky, icky propolis trap back in. Where was that? Over here somewhere. Man, that thing is so sticky. Like the, ugh. Sticky's not even the word. Oh. Just, it's like chewing gum, but so much worse. Good thing is it's fairly warm, so it's not just sticking and then folding. See if I get into that last time. I'm gonna put my hat back on because I can't see all the sweat bugs. Almost. Still weird. Never seen a hive that chill. Ever. Small hay beetle, you must die. And it must be painful. You must tell all your friends. Pop them a little bit so I don't squish them. Alright, so I put the inner cover back on? No. Often forget to do that. Today was no exception. There's the notch over here. Try to go slow, because again, these girls are so chill, I don't want to screw that up. Watch up, back, slide it over that way and over this way so I can stick the camera on. Alright, GoPro stop recording. So I can put my hat on, GoPro stop recording. Alright, back here at the freaking ant farm. I mean, they've mostly died. So I tell you what, before I open the hive, I'm gonna scoop most of these out so I don't have to try to dump them as much as I did last time. Then I'll have to worry about if the queen happens to be up in there losing her, like I was worried about last time. Yeah, I've got to figure out strategy for these hives because there's, I mean, John's is a farm, not my backyard, so there's just so many more ants here than there are at the yard. I've got to figure out a better solution for dealing with them because it's, I mean, there's 1,000 bees, 1,000, I mean, look at that. Ants in here every time. And they're, I mean, obviously mostly dead because they get in there and they drown like the bees do when they accidentally get into feeders. But it's gross, and obviously they're gonna eat some of the food. So, and I'm also wondering if, like, dying insects, if there's like, do they release oxalic acid or something like that? That's not, or some other chemical. I mean, oxalic acid would be great for these. Or at least bad for mites. So, give these gals a quick poof. Just one puff across the bow. Actually, before I go any, well, it doesn't matter because I can. That's after the fact. So, this thing's hard to get off with the. With the stupid Vaseline on it. Here's the part where I gotta be careful because Mama could be up there. Oh, they'll just keep running. Not as likely. Oh, fuck. Well, let's hope not. Vaseline, and I got stung. That went great. Yeah, no more Vaseline. I don't need any help being clumsy. Gosh damn it. Yeah. When I pull that off of there, eventually I'll just... Actually, if I have paper towels out here, I might just wipe my stuff off now. I'm not going to smoke these gals too much because they're like the other hive. They're just frozen. If it's the heat, what? Alright, a couple girls that are trying to kill me. So I'm really hoping that Mama wasn't there. So I just shook the shit out of them all over the place. Most of them probably landed in the lid, but... Alright. Let's do a quick peep in here. This is the box I added last time because they were packed out. A lower box after I screwed up. Realized they were packed out and needed a box. There's an ant in there. That's hilarious and annoying. I'll tell you what I might do. I might pull those. I have them on all of them. That one doesn't have one. It's got a solid bottom board. Debating on pulling those words. Bottom screens. Jesus. Can't think after dropping bees. Yeah, they're doing butcher. Of course, it's 2 weeks old, so how many do we have that they've done something to? 2, 3. Solid 2. That looks like brand new wax, so. Because I don't think, I can't remember. There's brood there too, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, 2.5. Let's see. I didn't give them any. Oh yeah. Throwing that out nicely. Oh, resources there. I didn't give them any drawn frames. I could have because I realized I had this morning I had a couple honey frames and partially drawn frames, or mostly drawn frames from this one with the back. Here's where I gotta be careful. She's probably not here. This bee's trying to kill me. Oh, she's stung me already. It didn't work. Oh, I could actually see eggs. Yay! Brand new black foundation with brand new wax. That's the only time I can see eggs. So yeah, we'll stop here. Oh, look at that. That's glorious. She's probably not on this frame because it's almost laid out, but doesn't mean she's not. Just means she's probably not. So yeah, and I can see looks like a full frame of brood there. So, or mostly full. So this was the swarm from my Damari, and they are doing well. Give them a couple gallons of feed and be done. Man, sweating noise. So, alright. These gals are pretty chill too, which is, again, very weird to see them just almost not moving. I mean, slow is one thing, but just straight up nada is kind of wild. Let's put this trap back in here so we can catch some more ants, apparently. So look on the bottom and greasy central here to see if is that get back in. You're not the queen, but probably there's not a ton, but some bees up here. I mean, I'd smoked them, so hopefully she didn't come up here, but she did that one time. So make sure before I put the lid on, there's no clear queens in the lid. so gross. Stupid not stupid bees too. Stupid ants made me make a stupid mess. So, let's see, none of you are the queen, right? None of you are the queen, right? Yeah. So let's put these gals here. Flip this over like, that doesn't matter. Like that for now. Grab feed. Gallons of under one, oh, almost 2 gallons. 16 cups of sugar. So hopefully they get to it before the ants do. We'll try to wipe some of this off, because at least on the outsides, may leave the greasiness that's on the top, because that might actually help. But all the greasiness on the outside does is make it difficult for me when I try to turn boxes over. Also this winter I got to put some pretty heavily duty staple this together, because that inner feeder and the feeder box aren't together, so I have those come separated at the least opportune time before, and it's not fun. So, all right, let's get this lid back on here until I find a paper towel or a rag. All right, I don't need to record me wiping off the Vaseline. So, all done here. Everybody looks good. Weirdly quiet bees, especially these two hives. I gotta look and see what that means, because I've never seen them that docile. All right, GoPro, stop recording.